Hi, welcome to another episode of Hot Takes with me, the Silver Fox. We'll have another go in the studio today, see how long I last. Although, to be fair, the old chest is giving it a bit tight and, well, we'll see. Maybe 3 or 4 videos, no more than that, I suspect. But we are getting back and better, and that's the whole thing. Hopefully by Monday, we should be fighting fit, raring to go, and actually being able to put in a full day's work in the studio. But anyway, I do have a nice little thing that I'd like to talk about now, which is an opinion piece, I suppose. It's John Swinney, it's the SNP, and it's how long can he last? There seems to be a push, I think, internally to try and eradicate him as the party leader. Obviously, it didn't help the other day when you had Jim Sillars describing John Swinney as a busted flush and saying that there needed to be change, there needed to be a period of reflection, there needed to be younger, brighter minds rather than the same old of old people with their fixed thoughts. The Sturgeon era brigade needs to be written off, and especially as Sturgeon herself now is seen as rather toxic and of course is now the scapegoat, so many people pointing their finger towards her. She must be sitting there with a wee glum face on, looked like a bulldog sucking on a lemon. But good. I don't mind seeing that. Seeing her, anything that causes her pain and agony, excellent. But it has been a long time in coming. She's done this, and so there always was going to be a day of, reconciliation. Basically, the bill has been added up and has been presented, and the customer doesn't like the price, and that, of course, is the problem. And of course, the other thing is, it has basically ended the independence dream for at least a generation, if not permanently. They've keep pushing all these marginal matters, I suppose you could call. Yes, independence all the time, independence everywhere. But then it's all about, gender rights, which affects like 0.001%. Oh, let's do this. Oh, let's do that. They're not tackling, and they never have tackled, the hard things. NHS, education, policing. The big things, the big ticket items that affect people. And of course, this latest crisis, it's harming them. They were once unstoppable. They were once this major force in British politics. They were unstoppable, unbeatable, unassailable. And now, that's all gone. You've got briefing against the leader, so often anonymous, sort of off the record. Here, look, this is what I think. So-and-so says to a journalist or something. Keep my name out of it. And then it's sources close and all that sort of thing. You get cameo roles for previous people. So people come crawling out the woodwork just to sort of hang around and sort of like, hey, look, this is good, this is good. You've got Alex Neil, of course, tearing him a new shoot the other day, entering a debate. It's like, he's coming out to, I don't know what you could call it, piss on his parade, really, isn't it? It's not there. Piss on his cornflakes, But it's been some time. This isn't just immediate. This has been a long, slow build. And this is an important thing, because it hasn't just been out of the blue. Somebody lit the blue touch paper months ago, and it's just been slowly smouldering along until the election, and now, bang, that firework has exploded. It became increasingly clear, I would say, since the Rutherglen by-election. I think as far back as that, we knew then that it was going to be rough. I think they knew then. Having seen that 20% swing to Labour back then, they must have known that it was going to be a very, very hard general election to try and win. But the extent of which they were absolutely slaughtered last week, even then, even knowing it was going to be bad, even then, I think caught them on the hop. I mean, 9 MPs from 48 or whatever it was. It's just blown them out of the water. They really don't have a clue of where they're going, what they're doing, or even how to fix the problem that they've made. This is a problem of their own making, of course. They pushed the cult of Sturgeon, and then when Sturgeon went, they had no one to fill that vacuum, and power abhors a vacuum, it implodes. And that's what's happened. And of course then, who's emerged? Well, Anna Sarwar. it seems to be the most powerful man in Scotland at the moment, even though he's not the head of the Scottish government. But he's the one with all the momentum. He's the one that people are going to because he is the unyet crowned king, isn't he? Because come the next Holyrood election, he's likely to be the First Minister. Can't see any other person challenging unless something absolutely terrible happens within the Labour Party over the next sort of 18 months. He will be the next First Minister. So I think it's time we started looking very deeply into Anna Sarwar, because obviously we can't have these people getting away with it. And that's the whole point of the channel. We look at power and we say, right, you're in charge now. We're looking at you. But of course we apply it to anyone. They've all got some power, so they all need to be examined all the time. But, you know, I think it is time that the men in grey kilts paid Swinney a wee visit, gave him a little encouraging pat on the head, thanked him for his services, and then booted him down the road for his disastrous leadership. The campaign, that he should have been campaigning on things that mattered, and he didn't. He campaigned on imaginary futures, independence, if we had independence. That wasn't what the general election was about. This general election was about serving the people of Scotland today, sorting the problems out today. And the people of Scotland reacted and said, no, you can take your dreams of independence, Swinney, and shove it up Loch Ness, mate. We want NHS sorted. We want the education sorted. We want police on the streets. And that's what they voted for. They're going to get a whole lot worse. They're going to have mass unemployment in the north. Although, did do the video earlier, it seems they're now denying that. I think they wouldn't have denied it had it not been for the major realisation, of course, that they were going to face billions in compensation. Excuse me. But will the busted flush continue? How long can he continue? And ultimately, who can replace him? I think there's maybe only two people that could possibly rise to the challenge. And one, of course, is Kate Forbes. And the other is going to be someone like Flynn. But they have the rule that you have to be an MSP, not an MP. So I know that they can change the rule. There's nothing wrong with that. It's not immutable. It's not written in law, written in stone. Or Swinney has to go give up, fight a by-election, and get his arse into Holyrood, which I think will be his general direction of travel anyway. I don't think he's going to enjoy Westminster now that he's got no power, now that he's an insignificant nobody who won't be seen for months on end. It won't be a case of getting up and asking his question every week, Mr. Nobody. He's not the third powerful party in Westminster anymore. So I think he won't like that. But anyway, there we go. The SNP imploding lovely, and it is wonderful, wonderful to see. And I can't see a way out for them. It's really sad, isn't it? I mean, I don't mean sad for us. I mean, it's fantastic for us. But it's very sad for them. They sit there and they think, oh, we're doing this, you know. Look at us. We're sitting there. We're great. You know. And now all of a sudden, like that, on the toss of a coin, basically, they've gone. Scotland's better for it. Maybe. We shall see. Of course, we've done one half of the battle. The second half of the battle is yet to come, people. So remember, 2026. Still got to fight on. Thanks a lot.